Hello and welcome to McClendon Studios, Random Thoughts and Observations. I'm your host, David E. McClendon, and today I'm going to tell you about discount dentures. Many years ago, my father, Robert Bruce McClendon Jr., had the Western Auto Store in Ivy, South Carolina, and he had this lady that came in, was one of his good customers. I've never been told her name, went along with this. But she was telling my father about how she'd been saving up to buy her a set of dentures, and it just didn't look like she was going to be able to ever afford a pair of dentures. And my father wore full uppers and full lowers, and had for as long as I could remember. And he told her, "Why don't you do what I do?" And she said, "What's that, Bruce?" And he said, "I go up to McDougal's," which McDougal's was the name of our local funeral home, the only one that he ever would have thought of using. He said, "I go up to McDougal's and I get my teeth there." He's like, "What?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "First of all, you have to go in and tell them you'd like to try on dentures. And they're going to tell you that they don't do that. Because you know they don't bury people with their teeth." He said, "You have to tell them you know they don't bury people with their teeth. And you know that they do this. And they're going to insist that they don't. And you have to swear that you know for a fact that they do this. And they're going to still swear that they don't. And then you tell them that Bruce McClendon down at Western Auto in Iowa told you that they did that, and they're going to recognize his name. They're going to know he's a good customer, that he buys all his teeth from them." And you tell them that, and they'll tell you. This is what you do after you convince them that you really know what you're talking about. They'll set you down in a room, and they'll bring in two baskets. One basket that'll have the uppers in them, and an empty basket. And you go through and you'll try on a pair of teeth, and if that doesn't quite work right, you set it down in the basket, and if it works out all right, you set it to the side, and then you try on the next pair of teeth to see if it, and then after you've narrowed down to the ones that come close, then you go back and try the ones that come on close, and when you're satisfied with your uppers, you tell them, and they'll bring you two more baskets, one a basket of lowers and one an empty basket, and you try on the lowers, and then until you get the right fit. And that's how I afford to get my teeth. He said, "I couldn't afford them otherwise." And so she said, "Bruce, I just couldn't do that." He said, "You need to try it." He says, "It's a lot cheaper that way." She said, "Bruce, I just couldn't do that." Well, finally, after a few days of wrestling with her conscience about all this and putting her fears and phobias aside, she decided she was going to actually try this. Now, my father really had never done that, and to the best of my knowledge, they don't do this. But my father never really done that. He bought his teeth many years before at a very well established denture manufacturer, dentist in Atlanta, Georgia. Well, this woman put all her fears aside, and she went in and she went up to the funeral director and told him and said, "Ma'am, we don't do that." And she insisted, "I know that you do that." And he said, "Ma'am, we don't do that." And so he took her to see the owner of the funeral home, which was Douglas McDougal, and she insisted, "I know you do this." He said, "Ma'am, we don't do that." And she said, "Bruce McClendon said you'd say that, and he's the guy down at Western Auto in Iowa, and he knows, he'll tell you, he knows he's one of your good customers, and so you need to let me go ahead and get some dentures." And he said, "Ma'am, we don't do that." And she said, "Now, Bruce McClendon said you did." So finally, Doug decided to call my father and get him on the phone and get him to tell the woman that they don't do that. And that's what he did. He called my father and said, "Listen, Mr. McClendon, there's a woman here in my office that swears that you buy your teeth from us, and that's not true." And my father had to fess up to the woman that he didn't really buy his teeth from them. And here this woman took him at his word. It was a terrible thing. And the woman's son decided that he was going to whoop my father, and he came with every intention of doing exactly that. I don't know how that ended up, but he really did have every intention of whooping my father, and my father would have deserved it, or did deserve it, after having put this poor woman through such turmoil. And that's the story of discount dentures. Well, give us a comment if you like this. Let us know. Send us a email to Gindy's Videos. That's GINDYSVIDEOS @gmail.com. Or leave us a comment in the box below, either on this blog or on the page for this video. Either one, let us know what you think. And we thank you. This is a Federal Trade Commission required notice. When you click on an advertisement that is displayed with this video, or just before it, we receive a small commission. Sometimes, if you merely watch an ad, we receive commission. If you purchase anything by clicking on links on any of our websites, we receive a commission as well. McClendon Studios is a participant in the Amazon Services LLC Associates Program, an affiliate advertising program designed to provide a means for sites to earn advertising fees by advertising and linking to Amazon.
Suzanne has written a great book of poetry. It is called Shattered. You can find it on Amazon.com. We have a new book. Many people want to know if homeschooling will work for them. This book may help you answer that question. You can find it on Amazon.com.
We also offer you the book How to Pay Off Your Debt. Buy it on Amazon.com.
On the 15th of July, 2016, all of our books will be free in honor of the birth and death of our angel baby, Dorian Lee McClendon.